We are live from Thames Ditton.
Oh, from Thames. I thought it was from Piers Morgan.
Nah, I want to hear this Thames Ditton story.
Piers Morgan show.
Jamali was telling me something pre-pod that I hadn't heard from this weekend.
Oh, you didn't know? I told you in the group chat.
Nah.
So I did this gig in Thames Ditton. Yeah. Shout out to the promoter.
He was a promoter.
Some poor guy. And I get there and it wasn't like a full room. Cause it's just a gig. It's not like my tour.
Okay.
So it's just like a gig. And I get there and the night's going whatever for people. Everyone's come on stage going, meh. And I've gone on stage and I'm doing my material. And the joke was about you have to show your ID to watch porn now.
Yeah, it's funny bit.
Funny bit, right? So I'm doing that bit and there's some clattering and they're talking mad loudly. I'm like, can you stop talking? Like, what are you talking about? And she goes, every comedian here spoke about their dick. And I go, well, okay. And I've barely mentioned my dick. And she goes, it's just all wanking. It's just all wanking. And I go, okay, you know. And so we get into like a back and forth. And she won't stop shouting that. And then she starts calling me red pill. And I'm like, what the fuck are you on about? And then all other audience members are like booing her. And she keeps on calling me red pill and Andrew Tate. She calls me Andrew Tate. And she keeps on shouting. And she goes, it's just all you do is talk about your dick. And I'm like, I've literally moved on from that bit. Yeah. Like, I've not spoken about my dick since then. And she goes, it's just all dick stuff, innit? And she won't stop shouting that. And I just said, you know what, I'm going home. And I just went home.
So you went home?
Yeah, I just went home. Yeah, I said, I've travelled 2 hours. I'm never going to have a woman shout at me.
Yeah, fair enough.
For fucking... for 15 minutes. And I said, fuck this, I'm going home.
For any younger comics listening or new in comedy, you've always got that power, by the way.
You don't. You won't get put back.
No. That's an important lesson. Like, I did that in Southend when I was like 19, yeah.
Oh, you did the comedy curry gig?
Oh, bro.
You got to explain the rules of the curry.
This gig, yeah, the Southend Cliffs Pavilion. You turn up, yeah, you got all the way down there. You'd get there, and it was notoriously one of the worst gigs in the UK. Like, awful. Everyone who goes to it is an awful person. Like, just to see the kind of gig it was, I watched Jimmy McGee one time. Yeah, just pulled that down, bruv. Just pulled the lights down.
I'm throwing my blanket off the thing. I don't want people to know that I get cozy.
They couldn't see it.
Yeah, I don't want people to know I get cozy.
Very cozy under the covers.
Yeah, I don't want people to know.
Little mug of tea, and you're watching 10 Things I Hate About You.
And it's hot tea. I blow it.
You're listening to, you're watching 500 Days of Summer. Just going, he's actually the problem. So I'm at this gig one time. Jimmy McGee's emceeing. Jimmy McGee, good comic. And he asked the front row if there's a greasy spoon nearby so he could go to some material. And this one woman was like, yeah, there is, but I don't go to it. And he was like, why? And she went, because it's ran by Turks.
Turks.
Ran by Turks.
Like, that's such old school racism to be like, the Turks.
The Turks. So I walk, one time, I'm down there, I don't want to be doing this gig, innit? And I walk on, and after it's just me, the MC, and another act. I'm going to be doing 25 minutes. I walk on, and after 6 minutes, I just went to him like, listen, I'm not enjoying this. You're not enjoying this. You guys just go have an extra extended break, have a beer, and I just walked off and went home. And then my agent was like, yeah, you can't play that gig again. And I was like, oh no. It was so, and the rule they had there with this comedy night, it was comedy and curry, yeah? They had a curry buffet, but the comedians weren't allowed any of it.
And then what they'll do, they'll throw it away.
Throw it away in front of you.
Yeah, they'll throw away the curry. It'll be like a whole curry buffet. And you'd go there. And one comic said, can I have some curry? And they went, comics can't have curry. It's the rules. And then they just took trays of curry and threw it in the bin.
It's like that.
It's weird that she doesn't like the Turks, but she'll go to a comedy curry night.
Yeah, because she's just a stupid old bitch who lives in Southend. Like, what's she fucking, like, do you know what I mean? Like,
I used to go to Southend every summer, holidays.
Yeah?
I used to go to Adventure. He's go down the old Adventure Park.
Oh, yeah, because that's not far from you, is it? Ilford.
Yeah, no. I remember one time when I was doing work experience,
Where'd you do your work experience?
At the train station. Yeah. So I did work experience at the train station, and one day, they just didn't want us there.
Were you the inside man for jumping barriers?
No. They just didn't want us there, innit? Yeah. They did. It was me and my boy Ramon.
Yeah.
And they just didn't want us at this fucking train station. Yeah. They didn't want us there, yeah. All the workers. So one day they said, all right, what your job today is to go Southend.
And they just sent you Southend.
Yeah. They said, get on this train and go
That's
South
like 20 miles away.
Yeah, they were like, get on this. I was in Stratford.
Yeah,
And they
that's still like an hour away.
Yeah. And they said, get on the train and go South End. And we're like, what do we do when we get there? And they go, bro, just chill in it. And they sent us to South End.
Do you know where I did my work experience?
Where did you work?
I did mine at King's College Hospital, Medical Engineering and Physics Department.
But why?
Because I like Big Bang Theory, innit? So I wanted.
But they must have known Elliot's never going to be
I was
in
in
this
top.
field.
I was in top set science.
That's how you know how bad education is, isn't it?
I'm a renowned scientist, bro.
What did you do for work experience, yeah?
You worked at Warner Brothers?
So boring. Fuck it.
Fucking hell.
That sounds boring.
Right. Yeah. So I went there, and then on one of the days I had to fix heart monitors. Yeah. So I'm fixing up the heart monitors, and I got to take them around the ward. And the guy I'm taking them around the ward with, he went, "Oh look," he's like, "This next." I'm like 14, innit? He's like, "This next bit's gonna be a bit dark." I went, "Why?" He's like, "Oh, we're going to the infant ward where it's like infant hospice."
Fuck it.
And just this is my first day there. I just had to go in there with these parents who kids were dying, and then some teenagers fixed the heart monitor. Best of luck with it all. And then I had to go back down. And then the last day, I was in this department with these women who worked there who were they worked in the office filing and that. And there was thousands of pages of these receipts, and they were like, "Your job today is to put these receipts in alphabetical order."
Fuck it.
Well, I got to half day. Yeah, I said I did it, but I was just sticking these things in randomly. I'm like, I'm not fucking doing this.
Yeah, it's like,
send me back to the dead kids. I know this is boring.
It's like I know people who did.
They should have let me save the kids though.
Yeah. Like Doogie Howser over here.
Yeah,
but I remember when I was
put my hand over him and go, "Jesus, get this demon out of this child."
Yeah,
and then they ring my school and they're like, "He can't come back."
He keeps on doing seances. You would have breathed it in fuck it. What's his name?
I summoned a demon. I accidentally summoned a demon.
What's that big black guy? Green Mile. You start breathing it in.
They send me to work experience and I start curing all the kids. And then they're like, "Can this guy come back?" And I'm like, "No, sorry, innit? I'm going to take PE a bit more seriously."
They send you to adult hospice and you're doing the John Coffey, but you're just sucking people's cocks.
I'm like 14 as well, so then they're about to die, but they get hit with a non-charge.
yeah. You are arrested.
Yeah, they let me do an ultrasound on a pregnant lady as well.
Fuck it. Do it as well. You know that you ever seen the TV shows? They go "He's a student doctor. Can you observe?"
Yeah.
You're not even a student doctor. You're just on work experience.
I was just some kid. I was just in there, just having a go at it. I was some pregnant lady.
I remember they oh, that's a goner.
Yeah.
But they
ooh, I prod it too hard. I'm like, "Oh, it's got Down syndrome now." Sorry, man.
I don't think that's how that works.
Imagine I said that at 14. They're like, "You can't come back.
You're
not coming back."
I remember some students, some kids had to go to TK Maxx, and they made them actually work proper shifts.
It's child labour.
But I literally fuck off to South End for the day.
What did you do in South End? Just got
I had a fucking mooch about when arcades. It's fucking a proper laugh.
There was these kids in my school. Yeah, they got caught stealing from the canteen. Innit? My school, this was kind of a sick punishment. My school was like, they don't get break for a month. They got to work. They got to be dinner ladies.
Oh,
and they made them be dinner ladies, and we'd all go in there and make them we'll be like, "Give us more mashed potato."
They in my secondary school, there was nothing out. You couldn't nick nothing because everything was behind.
Oh, right.
They made sure that you couldn't nick nothing. Everything was behind fucking chain link fence.
There was a teacher who was running. Do you remember the kids used to get token?
Yeah.
We had a teacher who used to run a scam. Who was like, "Give me a quid, I'll give you a token." But one of the teachers there was just running it as a scam.
Yeah, I used to buy people's dinner tickets.
So you'd buy the token off her for a quid, but you'd have 3-4 quid for you to get that. So she must have been making 80 quid a day.
Wow.
Just off of that. She was running.
She deserves prison.
she probably cost the school thousands.
That's like heavy fraud.
That's like a housing scam. She was just She was
that's heavy fraud, man.
Yeah.
She deserves jail.
She should be in prison.
Yeah, she should be in prison.
Costing the school tens of thousands of pounds.
Tens of thousands of pounds. Nah, you deserve jail, man.
Yeah, we had my school was we were letting fireworks. I nearly got done for fireworks one time, innit?
You deserve jail as well.
Because I bought a load of fireworks, the bangers. Because we used to, every now and then, would get randomly searched in our school because someone from our school stabbed another kid. You're right there, bruv.
Yeah, I got a box of bangers here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a box of
Should we let
Chinese
'em off?
bangers. Yeah.
That should be the podcast, Elliot and Jamali. Just throw fireworks at people.
Just show bangers.
So, because there was like one of our kids from our school stabbed another kid in it, we used to have like random stop and search it. Like the police would come into school and search people.
See, and the thing is, I don't think that's legal. Because there
Was
needs to
back
be,
then.
because there needs to be reason to stop and search.
Well,
innit?
yeah, one of the kids from the school was stabbed.
That's yeah, but someone gets stabbed around the way. Someone gets stabbed in South London doesn't mean I get searched here in East London. Like, just because stabbings happen, they can't search everyone based on a stabbing that happened with a different person. I would have done a sit down.
Yeah, but what? What do you fucking... Sorry. This is such guy down the pub knowing the law. Like, this is...
Well,
you
how
are
can you can't
absolutely
just
wrong.
randomly stop and search people?
It
Of course
wasn't
heavily against
random.
the
They
law.
came into the school and you had to take your bag.
But they touch your body.
Yeah. They'd like go through your blazer.
Nah, man, but I would have held hands and started singing "We Shall Overcome."
Yeah, and everyone would have called you gay.
We shall. They would send dogs on me.
They hose you down.
Yeah.
They hose you down. No, so I bought a load of fireworks off my mate Alfie, and just some like bangers and stuff. And then, of course, like the idiot we are, we let a couple off in the playground, innit? So then they were doing like the school was like, oh, everyone's got to bring their bags to be searched to see who's got fireworks. We wouldn't believe it was the school. So I just turned up and just said I didn't have a bag. And they were like, it won't be Elliot.
Well,
Did they know?
why didn't they? I mean, because that's the mad thing if they say, all right, at 1, we're going to search everyone's bag.
You had to go class by class.
It's like, yeah, but it's 11 o'clock. I know I'll just get rid of it by the time you come to my bag.
Yeah, well, that's what I did.
Oh.
And that's what I did. There was the time... there was quite a lot of things.
When a teacher came up to me and be like, do you know who did it? I'll give him a little nod.
Yeah.
So he'd take me around the corner. I'd be like, fucking Elliot.
Oh, bro, one time in class, yeah.
Did you ever grass in school?
So I was about to get onto that, yeah. At Ashburton, yeah. This first school I went to, the school was the Wild West. Like, all the teachers just started quitting, so we just had supply teacher. Have I told you about the time we got lined up on the wall and chairs thrown at us like it was fucking Kosovo or something? This year 11, we just turned up to class, there was no teacher, and these year 11s walked by and just lined us up against the wall and just separated the boys and the girls. Just started launching chairs at us. So some guy had let a firework off in school. I didn't know who did it, innit? But they came around to class and were like, does anyone know who did it? I was like, yeah, I know. I just said it to get out of class. So I left. But then everyone was like, Elliot snitching. There was an oversight in my plan. So everyone was like, I was like, no, I just said it. I was just saying it to get out of class.
Nah.
And then like people were like not happy with me. But he let off like a proper big like kind of one you'd get at a display because there was a balcony in it, and he just launched it off the balcony. If anyone from who used to go Ashburton listens to this, like
fucking
hooligans.
Pass that water, please.
Yeah, there you go. So he let a firework off, which was a bit of fun. There was a lot of fun.
Sounds like a bit of fun.
There was a time in that school as well, like there was these, we had an influx of Afghan immigrants who all turned out to be 25.
Sick.
They all turned out to be like because when they got here, they lied about their age. So then they put them in school. And we all thought they were just like being...
One comes to class in the E-Class Mercedes. Like one comes in a Merc. You're like, why is he in a Merc? Is he 8?
Yeah.
But that would be shit, yeah, where you've come from another country and you've got to go back to school.
Go back to school.
But if you're 25 and you've got to go to school, bro, that's dead, man.
I don't think the Afghan education system was exactly the same as the British.
Yeah, but just having a teacher tell you off at 25.
Well, they couldn't speak English. They were just in bottom set doing their own thing. The school, no one was doing their own thing. They were just doing their own thing, bruv. Just sat there like drinking cups of tea and smoking opium.
Did they used to hang out in the teachers' lounge?
Everyone's like, Fasib, you can't bring a goat to class, bro. I don't know how many times but they were cool, man. But they got in some kid picked on one of their younger brothers who was like generally like 11, 12 years old. So they went and battered this kid, innit? Like, fucked him up. And then that kid like called his uncles and stuff down, and this whole like school riot kicked off. Yeah, it made the front page of the South London Press.
I remember in my school there was like
I feel I might have told
there was these two groups of girls, and then they all went down to the Tasty Fish Bar, and they got into like a brawl.
Yeah.
and it was about 50 girl brawl, and people were filming it and whatever, and all girls got banned from going out to lunch. You couldn't do that shit now. They banned, so all us guys could go out, but they banned the girls to go out for lunch for 2 years.
Oh my God.
So then we used to have to go to McDonald's and sell them burgers and that.
With markup.
Yeah, of course. You got to get a little vig.
There was a calf.
You got to get my taste.
There was a calf down the road from us in where I went sixth form, Paris, Crystal Palace, and we used to go to this calf. And then like the guys started like adding the girls on Facebook.
Fucking hell.
Right? And then they were like,
you can't do that.
No, you can't do that. But then they were like, no one's allowed to go to the cafe anymore. And all the boys, like, such a sign of a patriarchal society, like, hold on, he wasn't. We were like, he wasn't trying to nonce us. Why are we banned?
It's a good calf.
Is it, Bob? It was a good calf.
It was a good calf, man.
But we probably didn't understand the magnitude of the situation. Speaking of magnitudes of situations, did you see our friend of the show, Russell Brand?
He's not a friend of the fucking show. But he's going on this sort of weird world tour. We could probably get him on the pod. That's how mad it is now, where he's going on this sort of like...
Come and get him on the pod.
Post... You're fucking mind. He's going on this sort of post...
Rape.
Yeah.
A little rapey-wapey.
Yeah, post-rape child fucking...
I'm getting down for a rapey wipe. That's how.
And it's weird because it's like he's having to sort of put out PR fires that are going to occur once the court case comes out. So he's having to be like, so look, I banged a 16-year-old, but it ain't what it sounds. He's like, what the fuck are you on about?
It's so funny. Like, if you have... Like, I'd like to think, if I was Russell Brand, one of my friends would go, I'd run what I was going to do by him and I'd go, hey, Russ, just a good... point never starts with the age of consent in my country is 16. Like that just maybe find a different angle than listen, it's the lowest you can legally do. But listen, it's still legal though.
Yeah. But the argument is like the idea I think of the age of consent is so 2 16-year-olds can bang. It's not for you.
Yeah, it's not
you
for
mad cunt.
It's not for Russell Brand.
Yeah, it's not for Russell Brand to go like it's like 2 16-year-olds can sleep together and not go jail. It's not for you at 30 years old to be like, well, I guess it's for me then. Yeah, it's like, no, it's not you fucking nonce.
So funny that he's like, in hindsight, I didn't realise when I was 30 that there was an abuse of power. It's taken you another 20 years to realise at 30 years old, you shouldn't be banging a 16-year-old.
It's a weird, and this is how I know, that's how me getting older. I think I thought it back then. I used to say it back then, it was weird. But it was always that thing of like, there was a girl who was young, who was like maybe 15 you went to school with, and she had like a 22-year-old boyfriend.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
And even then I was like, that's fucking odd.
Yeah, it's weird. That guy. But
how come but back then I did wonder why nobody stopped that. Like, why was no one stepping in?
Yeah.
Like, it was early 2000s, but why was no one stepping in going, what's going on here?
Well, that was always a thing as well. Is like, there'd always be like some guy outside the school gates there to meet. It would be like 17 meeting his like 14-year-old. It's like, what are you... Yeah. Shouldn't you be in college?
Do you remember when someone would get kicked out of school?
And they'd just come hang out. They'd always be on their BMX.
Yeah.
Ours was called Jason.
Jason.
Yours was Jason. Jason. Or Jason is such a naughty kid name.
Jay.
Everyone is called Jason. Yeah, our kid who used to come out, he got kicked out of school, year 8, year 10. He was just he would just be sat on a bike outside the school.
He'd be sat on a bike outside the school waiting for everyone to come out.
Yeah. He was,
My one was Jay.
Yeah, there was always
Jay. I want to say his name.
Is it Jay I know?
No, I didn't go to school with him. This is Jay. I guess Jay Hudson.
Yeah,
was a kid, and he would sit and he would get kicked out of school. I remember he got kicked out of school because he kicked a dwarf down the stairs. Swear down. Not even lying, bro. He kicked a dwarf down the stairs, bro. I'm not even lying to you. Bro, booted him down the stairs. Yeah,
he should be in prison.
Yeah, I think he did go that way later in life.
Well, he didn't learn.
I don't think he learned. But yeah, he used to come outside the school gates on a BMX.
Yeah. Ours was called Jay, and he would always have like a little like CP company hat on. They'd be wearing those night gloves and a hoodie, and they'd be sat there, and he'd walk out sort of. He'd be like, "Oh, what's going on?" You'd have a chat with them. And they'd just have nothing going on in their life. I think he got in trouble as well because he on the bus he grabbed some kid just bought FIFA and he grabbed it and ran off with it. So he got in a bit of trouble for that.
Wow,
That was
you're gonna have
even out
some,
of school.
but you're gonna have some sick gaming before they get you.
Yeah.
You gotta go home quick and slap it in, bro. You gotta go quick.
Build your ultimate team fast.
Yeah. You gotta do it quick, bro.
No, there was always but
there was always a weird bloke. I remember there was a guy when we were like 14, and he was a grown man.
What, hanging out with
you?
you?
He was hanging out.
Yeah, there's always.
He would chew on that. He'd phone you up, be like, "Bruv, you jumping out?"
How old was he?
Bruv, he must have been in his like late 30s.
And he was just hanging out with 14.
Yeah,
not in a Nancy way.
Not really. It was just an odd bloke.
It's weird, isn't it? Paedophiles have really taken that from us.
Yeah.
They used to just be the odd bloke who would hang out with the kids, and no one said anything.
No one said nothing. Everyone was like, people go, "Who's that odd bloke?" And then you see him a couple of times, and the parents just go, "Ah."
Yeah, he's just some odd guy, isn't it?
Some odd guy.
We had, so I was telling you this yesterday on the phone. I thought I unlocked this memory. We used to do this thing every October when the Conkers came about. Would walk down to where like Norwood Junction Railways, like when the trains are pulling into Norwood Junction Railway, but like before they slow down, they're still going at some speed. We'll get on this block, we'll get a tennis racket and just smack Conkers at the trains going by. And we're like 9, 10 years old doing this. One day we forget the tennis racket. So we just started knocking on doors asking if anyone had tennis rackets. People are like, "No, you hoodlums." We knock on one guy's door. So I got this like 30-year-old man. And he goes, "Are you the kids who knocked the Conkers at the trains going by?" We're like, yeah. He's like, "Yeah, I got a tennis racket." Came down with us. Joined in. He stood there joining in. He's a 30-year-old man, so he's got 30-year-old man strength. He's getting some smack. He's hitting trains we've never even hit further back before. Guy was a hero. But he just heard we were doing it. This guy's paying a mortgage. Came down with a bunch of like, I guess the oldest one of us.
Did he live with his parents?
No, he was like, I think he had a family.
Yeah, the family.
He had a family, just came down there.
How much you hate your wife? Where you're like, "I'm going to go hit Conkers with the kids."
Yeah, hitting Conkers at trains. Like, pretty sure we should have all been like sent to jail for some really, like, it causes a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Like, we should have all been in prison.
Yeah.
For what was like maybe one below an act of terrorism.
Oh, it's like them kids that put fucking. It's all them kids that live in like Reading. They would put fucking rocks and bricks on the fucking train lines to explode and that.
Try derail trains. Because when you're this is the thing. Like, this is, so 16-year-old girl, you're dating Russell Brand. When you're a 16-year-old boy, you're just out there causing acts of domestic terrorism. It really is. When you're a young boy, you are just causing chaos.
Yeah, we weren't really doing that type of stuff. We were like, there was this one guy we grew up with, and he would just nick everything.
There's always a nutter.
He'd fucking nick everything, man. I remember he stole a loaf of bread from a bakery, and he would just nick shit. Nick stupid stuff.
I pissed on a pig once.
That's pretty good.
There was this farm near our school. I don't know why it was. It was a school in South London. And the pig, like, I was having a piss in like this bush, and the pig in the farm came up near the fence. So I turned and pissed on it, and the pig just like allowed it to happen.
I remember that's a horrifying story. That's a horrifying.
I did it as like a laugh, and then I was like, "Oh, this is quite weird."
It was horrifying, and I think that's a very serious crime.
Do we have to edit that out?
I think that's a very serious crime.
How's that a serious crime to piss on a pig? They roll around in shit all day.
Yeah, they'll put you on not a sex offenders list, but there's another list.
I was at 15.
There was this. I remember when I first started gigging in no, I don't really think it's a.
You think it's great, but imagine Peter listen to this and they come and throw like all tomato juice over me.
I went to Estonia, and I used to do gigs in Estonia, and I remember there was this church, and they were like, they're showing me around the town, and like, this is this, and then one guy goes, "This is piss church," and I go, "What?" And they go, "Everyone, it's like an alley, and there's a church, and everyone takes a piss on the church." And I was like, "Everyone takes a piss on the church," and he goes, "Yes, would you like a piss?" And apparently the priest who used to come out with a stick, and he did karate, and he would come out and do this with the stick. And the way they were like, "It's piss church. Would you like to take a piss on the church?" No, like I don't.
Like it's, in North Korea when you got to lay the flowers down at the statue. Yeah. I remember we went on this school trip to Yorkshire, the football team, this educational writing trip, yeah. Disaster. The school's never come across worse. And so what they did is no one stayed in it over the weekend. You were there Monday to Friday, so they restocked the stock room with all the food on the Friday, yeah. And people were stealing like meat. Like, we went in there, yeah.
You didn't nick anything, did it?
Like custard. And their teacher got a call on the coach on the way back. And he went, "Right, boys, I've just had a call from the place. Did anyone take any of it? And he looks, people like, there's like bourbon wrappers. We were having a feast. We were having like, people were stealing, people were just stealing stuff for the sake of stealing it. Oh, poor Mr. Ambrose, man, he tried his hardest.
Yeah, I got banned from school trips forever. I got banned from school trips.
Why?
Because we went on this camping trip and we were like running out the tent, smoking fags, meeting up with girls from other schools and all that shit. And not even doing nothing, but just like being little fucking hoodlums. And I remember my boy snuck out the tent, yeah, and all the teachers were up and they started waving the torches at him. And he got down on his knees and put his hands on his head like that. And then, I died with laughter. When I tell you, man, I laughed until I went insane. And they went, get the fuck up, Kieran. We did that, and we went to France. And I wasn't doing it, but all the other kids were fighting all these like other French kids from different schools. So they banned us. So they banned me from trips and that. They banned me from trips forever.
We had in our school, yeah. What they'd do is whenever Ofsted were coming, is they'd send all the really naughty and fit kids to Thorpe Park, and then leave everyone else.
That's sick.
So we all got annoyed that we couldn't go to Thorpe Park, innit? Because they'd send like, literally kids who like were bringing in fucking like knives and stuff. Got a day out at Thorpe Park because Ofsted were coming.
That's so joke.
No, we had our school was. I was like, it was just fucking just some run. I got asked to do a gig there recently.
That's jokes. Well, for who? The students?
They do like a fundraiser. There's a comedian whose daughter, I'm not going to say like there's comedians, her daughter.
Say it and then we'll bleep it.
Well, it doesn't need bleeping, but Kerry Godliman.
Oh, yeah.
She you know, like she's associated with the school, so like she asked me to do a gig there. She was like, I was going to ask you to do the gig, but my drama teacher is still the drama teacher who's doing it. And I was like, yeah, I'll go in and show him what for. And I'm like, I'm living in the same house when I left the school.
My life is exactly the same.
I would get the same bus. I would be doing the same journey I used to do to the school. So I was like, I'll probably wait till I move out in the next year to then go back and be like, you said I'll never amount to anything. And he was like, I never said that in my life.
Yeah, I had a couple of teachers come to gigs.
Really? Yeah, I had my teacher, Miss. She comes to the shows.
Comes to the tours.
Yeah. We're gonna bleep her name because I told my mate. We got to bleep her name, yeah, but I told my mate that she comes to the shows and he was like, oh, she always had a problem with black kids. I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, no. And my mate was saying it was white. He was like, yeah, no. She used to be a bit harsh on the black kids. And then she added me on Facebook and she's always sharing stuff by Nigel Farage.
Oh, no. Is she like proper like...
She's mad cool, man. She comes to my shows. You met her. She was at my Leicester Square show. Yeah, she didn't shake your hand.
Nah, she didn't shake my hand. She went, if it's who I think it is, she went, hi.
Yeah. No, yeah.
She got a drink during my set.
Yeah.
Man, there's a bar inside. I'm going to go to the one outside.
Yeah, I'm just going to go. I'm going to go to a pub across the road. I'm going to go to GAY.
I remember the head teacher, I'm going to put his name out there, Mr. who he was like, Labour Party, this must have been Tony Blair era then, put him as the, it might have been Gordon Brown, anyway, it doesn't matter. But they put him as he was like the advisory board for school discipline or whatever. And one time I wasn't in this day, but he had a big assembly and he told all the kids, he goes, why do you want to be like these black boys with their trousers low and wearing one glove?
No way.
Swear to God.
No way.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine that. Okay, children, today's assembly.
Yeah, he goes, why do you want to be like these black boys?
Why do you want to be like these black boys? If we look at slide number 3, Teacher of the Year winner 2024.
No, it's a different one. No, it's him.
That's him?
That's not him. This is him.
Oh, this is him. Play a clip of him.
This is him.
He's a proper fat cunt, him.
Yeah, he's a proper little fat cunt. Horrible cunt.
I've got a teacher who apparently still works at the school. He's our maths teacher, Mr.
Look at 8 misbehaving.
2008, The Guardian. What's he saying?
He goes, you got to tell these people, stop being like black kids. No. Consistently, it's not a dull word. It's actually extremely exciting, incredibly sexy.
I don't know if you're a teacher, you should be saying things like things should be sexy. Like, you shouldn't be like, You know, consistency's sexy, much like a 14-year-old girl in her PE kit
that's what he says.
who doesn't want the black boys coming near her.
No, but that's what he said. He goes, there was no hanky-panky on admissions. He keeps using sexual innuendo.
What's this guy doing? What was the school reaction when he said, stop being like these black boys?
I think some of the teachers were really upset. Some of the teachers were really upset. Like, some of the teachers were fucking really upset. Right. But then some, did it cause
outrage?
Yeah, not as much as you'd think. No, right. But like they
should be suspended.
Yeah, he was really. Teachers were really upset. Yeah, teachers were really upset.
Your job.
Yeah.
In a school in Ilford.
Yeah. Shouldn't
be allowed to work.
Some of the teachers, some of the more, I think, liberal, kind of like dangerous minds teachers were really not happy with him.
Right. Yeah. Did like a Coach Carter sort of teacher take the basketball team aside?
No, it wasn't even that. But some of the teachers were just like, that was fucking horrific.
How bad were the black kids in
we
school?
We were.
Like, wait. I want to know, how was it? Let's get. There's two sides to every story.
Oh, we were tearing that place up. We were ripping. We were tearing that place up.
No.
Oh, we tore that place up.
So he had a point.
No, of course.
But
that was the fashion.
That was the thing. You wear one night glove.
Yeah, that was the fashion. You used to wear a golf glove.
Yeah. That was in like 2008, 2009 London. That was
the fashion, though.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, that was just what we did.
Why do you want to be like these black boys?
Yeah.
What a crazy statement.
Horrible, wasn't
it? For a head teacher.
It's only really, really, as I got older, I thought back on it. I went, that was mad that you said that, isn't it?
And you went in because you were skiving, taking the day off.
No, I think I was on suspension.
When you said black boys, did a photo of you come up? There's a photo of Jamali with one glove.
But I always like...
Don't lie, you had a Facebook picture, of you like doing this with like one glove or something like that, and they used it in the school photo.
No, something like that. I had.
Did they do like what the press did to Mark Duggan when they got your Facebook picture up and it's just you pulling a pose and he went, "Why do you want to be like these black boys?" And it's just Jamali.
I bet you my face was in his mind when he said
it. he was writing it like it's Death Note, like he had to think of your face and name. Oh yeah.
Look at my earrings.
No, but marijuana. Yeah, I'm on Mr. side here. If you saw the photo Jamali just showed me,
and I had basically as well is basically what they said as well is
not Mr. side, but I see where it's coming from.
You couldn't have extreme hairstyles was their idea of no extreme hairstyles.
Yeah, I hate all
so what I did is I just grew a massive afro.
Yeah.
And then they were like, he has to cut his hair. And my mum was like, well, that's how his hair grows. Yeah. It's not extreme. It's just, that's how his hair grows, isn't it? And so they were like, oh, there's nothing we can do about it. That was my protest.
Yeah, you grew an afro. Yeah, you're really like Bobby Sands, aren't you?
No, I am.
Really? we had this cage would play football in, like the year 11s would play football in this cage. It was like, all we did ever was play football in this thing, and we let the other years have like the goalposts and stuff, and we made this one in this cage. It was so good, because it was like a good 7-a-side pitch. And the teachers, for no reason, locked the cage. Well, they were like, oh, we don't like that you're playing football in there. So we all climbed over the fence, got on top of the cage, and refused to go to lesson until they opened the cage. Like everyone started climbing on it, going, we want the cage back.
Wow.
It came
Fuck, what are you, the Baltimore Six?
Yeah, bro. We were there like Martin Luther King came down from a cloud. gave us a staff.
You fucking idiot.
Jamali said one of my favourite things at a gig one time, where some drunk white woman was heckling through the show, and this black lady started yelling at her, and he went, "Oh, it's conscious black lady v drunk white woman in the battle of the ages." He went, "Malcolm X is going to come down in a cloud and give you the staff of righteousness."
To strike this Edomite,
the staff of righteousness.
Yeah.
I did a gig with my dad on the weekend at Top Secret.
How was that?
It was all right. That's that story. My dad went on stage.
Is he coming on the pod?
My dad?
Yeah.
No, he went on stage and said, "Why do you want to be like these black boys?"
Is your dad going to come on the pod?
To me.
Is your dad going to come on the pod?
Nah.
Why? You don't want him on the pod?
Nah. He asked me to do his podcast and I said no.
Oh, you're trying to distance yourself?
No, I got asked to do a BBC Sounds thing with him as well. Like, they pitched some show. Like, one of them's old, one of them's young, and they're going to look at the news from different perspectives. Fuck off, BBC Sounds, bro. I don't want to fucking... It just sounded lame.
BBC Sounds, I'm available.
No, I'll go on BBC Sounds. I don't know why I'm burning that bridge, but...
yeah, that's a weird bridge to burn. What an odd bridge to burn.
Yeah.
That sounds like a good show.
No, it would... I just like, in a world of podcast, like, I know how these things work in the world of, like, a production company making a podcast.
I get what you're saying.
Is going to be... What they want isn't what we're going to make, and then we're going to end up in a state. It's like I did this thing for the FA Cup, and I did it with my dad, and there was what they wanted, and there's what we had made, and it was like, I was just like, yeah, I'm not doing this with my dad again anymore. Because my dad will go, let's just give them one to keep them happy. And I'm like, but that's the one they use.
Yeah.
I was just like, yeah, I'm just not work. I also think we're two very different comedians doing very different things. So,
yeah.
So
he's good and consistent than you.
Bro, I'm going to find Mr. and get him on the podcast.
Get him on the phone. I'd love to talk to Mr. on the podcast.
Still, I'm going to take the podcast. It's going to be me. It's going to be me and Mr. for BBC Sounds, and it's called "Why Are They Like This?" Each episode.
If you doing Vox Pops and them guys, but I don't know.
It's just going to be. We're going to be doing. It's going to be me, him, and Charlie Veach.
Charlie Veach.
We're going to be.
What a niche name.
We're going to be.
Charlie
We're going to be
Veach.
auditing. We're going to. Me and Mr. We're going to go auditing.
I wanted to do a doc on auditors, but it's like.
How do you do that?
Well, that's the thing that I couldn't ever think of a way to film the filmers because I would have to film them filming people, and that kind of I'm then auditing.
Yeah,
and it doesn't make any sense. Really.
Well, it's I kind of
I'll figure it out.
I find auditors quite funny. If you don't know what auditors are, they just wear a camera and go around and go, I can record it, and they just their sole purpose is to annoy everyone.
But the thing is, they can.
Yeah, they can.
They can. Legally, they are completely in their rights to audit. Yeah.
But then they always, for some reason, turn really right wing.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those things where I think there is such that you know, this. No, we're the first people to uncover this. There's such an easy way now. Like if you go to Leicester Square, right? I saw this video the other day of like there was these drunk. I think they were like Eastern Europeans in Leicester Square, and people were like, look at what Leicester Square has become, and you're like, well, it's always been a dive.
Yeah, it's never been nice.
It's never been nice. You're next to Soho. Like it's always, but that was the rundown bit of central London. Like it's always been like that. And then people go, look what we're becoming. And you're like, yeah, but people being drunk in the UK isn't, like, I don't know why I have to care that they're from another country just being drunk.
Yeah, why is that the crime?
Yeah,
them being from another country. The annoyance is they're drunk.
But we got these, there's this like migrant hotel near mine, innit? And they're fine. Like they're just chilling. Like I walked past it the other day. There's like like all this. There's no women and children. There was tons of women and children, by the way.
Where's this?
I don't want to say where.
Oh, sorry.
One of these fucking lunatics will go up there and burn it down. Mr. Listen to this episode.
Yeah, go enrage himself.
Burn it down. And then they hang out in this park near there, yeah. And no one cares that they're just, but like someone I knew was like, oh yeah, they just go in there and doss about, and I'm like, yeah, but that's what a park's for. Like parks are just for people to doss about in. It's not like that's what they're there for.
Why aren't they doing my accounts?
Yeah. What do you want them to do? They're just, there's a park next to the hotel. It's a sunny day. They're just standing in there dossing around. Like, what, you just want them sat in their room all day? Like, what? It's just you're just being fed this fucking right wing propaganda.
Yeah, kind of. They want them as soon as they cross the line to get hit with sticks, and to fucking like and us to. Push them back to France, causing a war with France. Like, it's that,
they have war with France.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know what they want, really, when it comes to this boat thing. It's just, it's like, we don't want them here. It's like, yeah, but it's, the law.
Yeah, but it's also like, they're ruining the area. And it's like, you live in a fucking shithole in the Midlands that's been run down because of austerity. There's 5 fucking William Hills on your high street. Like, why are you putting a flag up to celebrate that, you absolute retard? Like, what are you doing? Like, it's just fucking stupid. There's no, it's like, it's like, we're taking our country, we want to be proud to be English. And it's like, your high street looks like shit because of austerity and capitalism. The biggest thing in your town is there's a fucking 24-hour Asda. And that's what you're proud of.
That's pretty sick, though, isn't it?
That's pretty good.
24 hours, brother. You can go get fucking a full shop at 3 a.m. Come on, bro.
Bro, you ever done your shopping at 3 a.m.?
No.
It's crazy. You see mad.
It's just weirdos.
It's mad in there. Yeah. One time, me and my mates were on acid in Morden, yeah? And we were at this party and we just went to buy some vodka. And we went on this, like, you've never done acid yet. But if you're on acid, getting up over there and getting like your phone was over there is an ordeal. It's like a Lord of the Rings film. It's just an ordeal. We go to this 24-hour Tesco, yeah? And we get in there. And we're just looking at the vodka. We don't know what one to get. Everyone's just trying it. We're just fucked, right? And this guy appears out of nowhere, some white guy, and he just starts going, I make the pum pum wet. I make the pum pum wet.
And when you're on acid, that's the last thing you want to see, isn't it?
And we're just there like, what? And he just starts like skanking and dancing. Again, I make the pum pum wet. And we're just there like, one time I was on acid, yeah.
And what happened? No, you can't just end it there. What happened? Did he just disappear?
Just disappeared. Never saw him again.
Nah, man, that freaked me out,
freaked
bro.
us the fuck out. Well, a few of us started dancing with him.
You would have to section me, bro.
It was.
I want to get locked up in a madhouse, brother. I can't deal with that.
The worst one was I was on acid in this in Edinburgh, yeah, and I was waiting for the lift from the top of like Gilded Balloon to the bottom, and these people were trying to ask me to get them into Loft Bar, and I was like, no, I'm on acid. I'm trying not to chat to anyone.
Did you have a bowler hat?
No. Why?
It's a reference I thought you would have got, but
and then as I'm waiting for the lift, the guy starts going, God, imagine the lift open, there was a guy with a machete and he just beheaded someone. And I'm on acid, innit? And I'm like just there, like what? The lift opens, there's no one in it. I just ran down the stairs screaming.
But that's the thing is, yeah, even sober, that's a mad thing to say.
Yeah.
Why would it? And you'd be like, oh, yeah, I don't know what I would. Yeah, that's a mad situation.
Yeah, I took acid at where was it? Festival one time. I was watching the Chemical Brothers. I didn't think it had kicked in. I was off my.
I think I was with you.
No, you weren't with me at that.
It was a DJ set.
No. This was at Chemical Brothers. I was with my boy.
Oh, okay.
I was on. I'd taken like a bit of Mandy as well, yeah. And I'm on this acid, and I don't think the acid is working. And I went to my mate. I went, oh, it's so sick how they get the displays 3D, so they're coming out of here. And my mate was like, "There's no 3D display," and I was like, "Oh shit, the acid's kicked in." Yeah, man. Acid's a mad drug. I need to do that again, so I haven't done it in years.
Yeah, you need to.
I want to take it properly rather than just being like, me and my mates just used to go to parties and just take it. Yeah. And like, really, it's like, really what you're meant to do is like take a bit and go for a walk through some woods and like go, oh, the beetle and me are the same, ain't we? It's all part of God's creation. I think, because that's kind of like, if you ever read like the Bible or anything, like Russell Brand does so much, one of the greatest clips of all time, him being asked, what's your favourite verse of the Bible? And him just like flicking through the pages. Like, I used to
listen, say what you want. It's a big book.
It is a big book.
You know what I mean? Like, if you said to me, find a verse in fucking Shantaram that I like, it's going to take me a minute.
Yeah, but you could just make one up. Be like,
yeah.
And thou said 16 is absolutely fine.
Yeah, he could have said anything. That's like a solid point. Yeah. It's numbered.
Do you reckon because he's doing this whole like religious grift at the minute? Do you reckon like when the Christian one doesn't happen, like because he's heading up to like court, being like, I am a Christian and I believe in the teachings of this book and always have done and always will. And then when the judge isn't buying it, he's just gonna put it down, put on a little skull cap, and then just go, I am now a Jewy woo. I'm a Jewy woo. Assalamu alaikum. Like just start switching through.
I am now in the Nation of Islam.
Listen, I'm a little nation-y, wation-y, and he's got a little red bow tie on. Elijah Muhammad, peace be upon him.
There is the Farrakani Wani, I know him closely.
Farrakani Wani once said, I was like, bro, you're on, none of this matters. We've got mounds of evidence.
Yeah, when's this court case?
Come and go. You know, I met him.
Yeah. You met him a few times.
I met him twice, yeah.
You met him at Comedy Caf back in the day?
No, wasn't that Comedy Caf?
I know he did, yeah. I thought you met him at Comedy Caf.
No. There was a rumour he was dropping in one. I've said this on another podcast before, and people got mad at me that I said this. But
so why are you saying it again? Like, people got mad on the other podcast, and I'm going to bring it to your podcast and say it again.
Because these guys are cool, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're going to say, but yeah.
I've never understood what star power meant.
Yeah.
Until like that much charisma. And this was pre-accusations, by the way. like or before sort of they would like well
Yeah,
known.
yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
know about it. I was having a cigarette outside, and I got chatting to him about him being on Rogan, and he was like spoke at me for like 5-10 minutes, but the whole time I felt like I was in shock. Like he just walked into a room and it was like fucking hell. Like he just like, and you're like, oh, when you have like that level of charisma and that sort of sociopathic drive and level of narcissism, that is as such, because there's people who have the level of narcissism and probably even some level of psychopathy that he has, and I'd actually say like he's purely a narcissist. That, but to have that level of charisma that he has as well, because he was all over the TV back at two, and he wasn't like the best of comedians, but he was such an engaging performer.
Well, even like Big Brother, Little Brother.
Yeah.
He basically made a show that people watched and they didn't watch the main show. But it's like when it sounds like but it's like watching a Louis Theroux, and he saw when he did Jimmy Savile one, and then him looking back on it and he goes, I can't believe I didn't know. And it's like, yeah, but these people create a character that is charming, which is all these things. So it hides what they really are.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? No, like his whole sole purpose was to make you not know about the crimes he was doing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, so it's like,
there was a guy on the circuit, do you remember, who like robbed people? Like he robbed I won't say his name. This was a couple of years ago. Like the guy like robbed all those
oh yeah.
Pretended he had he was
charming guy.
Charming guy. And someone made a good point, because everyone was like, where would the men must have knew? And then it was like a comedian made a good point where they went like, if he was like charming enough to swindle you out £1,000, you not think over a pint with us, he was charming enough with us to make us think he was just like a cool. But I remember, like, again, looking back on that, so basically this guy swindled people out of thousands of pounds. I met him once, and 3 days later, I remember I went on this night out with him. And I was like, he like got us into these bars, got us free drinks all night. This guy could swindle anything. And he was a bit of a hustler. But I remember he was on stage one night doing a thing about jiu-jitsu and about being in a street fight. And he said, I got in a street fight, I took a guy down, I put him in a triangle, a mounted triangle. And I just, doing a bit of jiu-jitsu, was like, you wouldn't, like in my head I went, well, you wouldn't in a street fight mount someone and put them in a triangle. That would be like quite a silly thing to do. Like, not to get into technicalities of it, but you could potentially give up position. So I was like, oh, maybe he's just saying it for the bit. So I then got speaking to him about jiu-jitsu. So I was like, oh, did you jiu-jitsu? He was like, yeah, man, I love jiu-jitsu. So we get talking about it. So I'm like, how long you done it? He's like, oh, like 8-9 years. So I'm like, oh, so what, you like a purple belt? And he's like, yeah. And wouldn't like, so I keep trying to talk to him about jiu-jitsu, and he then comes quite elusive about it. And in my head, I was like, oh, that's weird, because usually when you bump into someone who does jiu-jitsu, all they want to do is talk about jiu-jitsu. Like, it's all they want to do. So then I remember like a few days later when everyone's coming out with their things, being like, he took like $3,000 from me and that. And I was like, and he lied about jiu-jitsu. and he lied about what belt he was. And another crime.
The most important thing.
Had another crime to that. Yes, you gave him your life savings, but he lied to me about his belt.
But from what I heard, someone I know, family member died, and he also said the same family member died. Do you know what I mean? Like he would do stuff like that, where it's trauma bonding, and it's very high level.
And his trauma bonding with me was saying he did the mounted triangle. So what a low level.
Do you know what?
What a low level of a bit. What a low level I have.
Say what you want about him, but it's high end.
Yeah.
Should we do the question?
Yeah. Let's do the question.
So we got the question time now. Oh, 1 second. Oh no.
Do you remember what? Let me read that one. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's absolutely do that.
I keep sending my.
Let me read. Because this is insane. This is guys.
It's
got to stop.
You got to stop.
You got to stop. All right. Like we've said this before, yeah. You know the answer to a lot of these questions already, right? And this is what we mean. I'm going to read out the question, but it's meant to be like, oh, I had an argument with my girlfriend on the weekend. Should I apologize? At the most. And you should. I keep sending pictures of my genitals to horny pensioners for their enjoyment. Would it be immoral to start charging for the service?
Why haven't you? Okay. How have you got in contact with these horny pensioners? Is number one. That's the main question. Number two, it's not for their enjoyment. It's only for your own. It's for their enjoyment, not for your own enjoyment, which is odd.
You get something out of it.
You get something out of it. You get something out of it, you fucking pervy boy or girl. I don't know if it was sort of ungendered.
It was very ungendered.
Or thems or whatever you are. We don't discriminate here at the Drive Time. And if we do, we won't tell you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you should be charging.
Yeah.
I think, and do you know what? The problem is, if you are going to be charging, don't scam these old people.
Listen,
don't scam them.
Listen, they got the houses. They ate all the fish. They're voting right wing.
That's a good point.
You've got to get yours where you get yours. You're at the moment. You're doing this
cost of living's high right now.
For the love of the game. Now, if you speak to sex workers a lot of the time, there's sex workers who do it because they're trying to make some money, and there's just some people out there who are born to do sex work. All right. They just live for it, and it sounds to me that you have got a bit of the Lionel Messi, Ronaldinho touch of the sex work. Okay, so you go out there. And you charge old Billy, Nigel, all of these guys, Doris, or whoever it may be, and you get a good 15, 20 quid, 20 quid a month. And don't give it all at once either.
No, tease
them.
But don't tease them too much because they ain't got long left.
Yeah, they ain't got long left.
Do you know what I mean?
This is a summer job. In winter, they're gone.
They're gone. Winter fuel allowance ain't covering it.
Yeah. Starmer's robbed pensioners of being able to buy some vag pics.
Yeah, some nudes.
We don't know if you got a vag or if you got a dick, but whatever it is, I feel like if it's a dick, it's somehow that's a bit more sinister.
It's sinister. You have to really get consent.
Yeah, a bit of the crotch, like panties on. That's what you need. Tease them into it. Drag them in. Make it. Maybe
try and get in the wheel.
Get in the wheel. That's when you start spreading the flaps, right? When you're in that wheel, when their son's there at the will reading, going, I don't know what your name is. Why is Henrietta? Who's Henrietta? Why is she being written into the will?
Yeah,
and you're there, and you're gonna have a black veil on, and you got to cry hard at the will reading.
And there's 50 grand left to Portia.
Yeah. And that's how you get a house now.
Yeah.
That's how our generation gets a house.
You
have to show a little bit of flat.
You need to get on the property ladder, and this is your way into the property ladder.
We don't listen. We don't like that. That's the way it is.
We don't like it.
In an ideal world, we'd all be getting subprime mortgages, but they ain't happening anymore.
It ain't happening.
It ain't happening.
It ain't happening.
So show a little bit of clit.
All right. Or dick.
Consensually.
My name's been Jamali Maddox.
I've been Elliot Steele. This has been the Financial Advisory Show with Jamali and Elliot.
It's been a Drive Time.
Take care.